महादेवा मेरा देवा मेरा, महादेवा मेरा देवा मेरा, देवों के देवा, महादेवा मेरा देवा मेरा। सुनो भोले भोले मेरा दिल ये बोले, तेरे साए में रहना है मुझको भोले। सुनो भोले भोले मेरा दिल ये बोले, तेरे साए में रहना है मुझको भोले। अपना बना लेना भोले, जैसा तूने गौरा को बनाया। अपना बना लेना भोले, जैसा तूने गंगा को बनाया। मैं तो बस तेरा तेरा हाँ तेरा भोले होके रह गया, तेरा होके रह गया, भोले होके रह गया, तेरा होके रह गया। सुनो भोले भोले मेरा दिल ये बोले, तेरे साए में रहना है मुझको भोले। सुनो भोले भोले मेरा दिल ये बोले, तेरे साए में रहना है मुझको भोले। जब से लागी प्रीत ओ शंभु, मोह माया से नाता टूटा। तेरी धुन में रमता जाऊं, खबर नहीं कब रिश्ता छूटा। जन्म न देना सांस न देना, तेरे पास रहना है भोले। अपना बना लेना भोले, जैसा तूने नंदी को बनाया। अपना बना लेना भोले, जैसा कैलाशा को बनाया। मैं तो बस तेरा तेरा हाँ तेरा भोले होके रह गया, तेरा होके रह गया, भोले होके रह गया।
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. So today, the Avyakt Murli that we are looking is from 2002. And Amiben, can I request you to please screen it for us? It's from 28th of March 2002. And even though this is March, Baba, I think usually whenever is the last meeting, he will kind of give us goal for what he would like us to do for next 6 months or so, right? Which is a gap between one meeting versus the another meeting. And so he's calling upon his children to experience this year to be an year which is free, freedom from waste, freedom from impurity, freedom from all kinds of acquired stuff. So this Murli's title is Celebrate This Year as the year to become humble, pure and clean, and the year of freedom from waste, the year of freedom. Today, Babdada is seeing 3 sparkling lines on the forehead of his children in all 4 directions. One line is of God's sustenance. As Father is sustaining us. The second line is of the elevated study, teacher. he teaches us. And the third line is of the elevated directions, which we receive from Satguru Baba. So he's looking at these three line of sustenance, line of study, and line of elevated directions. All three lines are sparkling. These three lines are the lines of everyone's fortune. All of you are also seeing all your three lines, are you not? The fortune of God's sustenance is not received by anyone other than you, Brahmin souls. This is the godly sustenance through which you become such elevated, worthy worship ones. Did you ever think, even in your dreams, that I, the soul, would have a right to such a godly study? Today only Baba said, no, or yesterday maybe, that here you study, you can become lawyer, you can become barrister, you can become doctor, and then you leave the body, you have to restart, right, from zero, from step one. But for us as Brahmins, when we study for one birth, we get the status of Sato Pradhanta for 21 births, right? Or Sato, you can say Sato Pradhana and Sato Pradhan, both including 21 births. So you don't have to re-study, you don't have to make effort again, nothing, right? So it's only now that we get such elevated study. However, you are now experiencing this in the corporeal form, Baba says, even though you did not dream it, but you are experiencing in the corporeal form. The Satguru himself will give you elevated directions for every action from Amritvela until night time and make you an instrument to transform the bondages of karma into relationships of karma. Karm bandhan se karm sambandh. That's what Baba says. You never even dreamt of this. However, you now say with experience that our every action is on the basis of Srimad, right? My every act that I perform on this planet is based on Srimad. Do you experience this? Babdada too is pleased seeing such elevated fortune of every child. Vah, my elevated fortunate ones. Vah, children. Say Vah, Baba, Vah. And Baba says Vah, children, Vah. Now that means such elevated, fortunate children sing the song Vah, Baba, Vah. And Baba sings the song Vah, children, Vah. Today from Amrit Vela, the children's remembrance with two thoughts reached Bapdada. Firstly, many children had remembered to give their accounts. Perhaps in 1982, when Baba came, he must have given some homework or something. I don't know what was the Murli before, in Feb maybe, or in January. Whenever Baba must have given some homework, so children must have done, and they will be giving some accounts to Baba, or it could be in general. They were sharing their accounts with Baba. So firstly, many children had remembered to give their accounts. Secondly, there was the remembrance of Holi to be colored with the company of the Father. March is usually Holi, right? So all of you have come to celebrate Holi, have you not? In Brahmin language, to celebrate means to become. You celebrate Holi, which means you become holy, Holy. Babdada was seeing that for the Brahmin children to become the holiest is so unique and lovely. That means the worldly people, right? Sannyasis also stay holy. I mean, His Holiness they call for the Pope and things like that, right? But their purity and our purity, right? There is difference of day and night, Baba says, and it is very unique, very lovely. And he will explain how he sees that. Actually, the great souls that came at the beginning of the Copper Age, right? And the fathers of religion that came from time to time also became pure and holy. However, your purity is the most elevated and unique. No one in the whole cycle, whether a great soul or religious soul or the father of religion, right? So it could be some great devotees, or it could be some great saint, right? Or it could be like Christ and Buddha, who are religious founders or fathers of religions. But Baba says none of them have the purity like you. It's most elevated, most unique. So he says, no one in the whole cycle, but you souls are pure The body is pure, the elements are sattva-pradhan and pure. Nor has anyone else become the holiest in this way, nor can they become this, right? So it is only us who can become, who have the possibility to become, and who will become, right? So it's like this is the only potential, and then this is the result as well. But for them, there is no possibility either, because they never step into golden age and silver age, right? And so they never become sattva pradhan. They never will have a pure body, because when copper age starts, then the vice of lust also starts, right? And so they would not have body from yoga. So Baba says that the soul and the body both are pure. Bring your future form in front of you. So emerge your deity form in the golden age. Did you bring it? Did the future form come in front of everyone, or don't you know whether I will become this or not? The other day when Moini Didi was speaking to us, she was saying that sometimes when we even have this kind of thought, I don't know if I will really come in the golden age. I don't know if I will become bead of the rosary of victory. Then she said that is also not an elevated thought, right? It does not fall into the category of elevated thoughts. So when Baba says you should have elevated thoughts, then really I have to pay attention. So he's asking, do you ever have that kind of thought that whether I will become this or not? What will I become? Whatever you may become, you will be pure, will you not? The body will be pure, the soul will be pure, and the elements will be pure and give happiness. You can bring your future image in front of you through the pen of your faith. So how can I guarantee myself that I will have a pure form in the golden ages? By having the faith that whatever Baba is saying will ultimately be the truth. And so faith, he's saying, use the pen of faith to bring your future image in front of you. You do have faith, do you not? Do the teachers have faith? Acha, are you able to bring your future image in front of you in a second? Does it come in front of you in a second, or it takes time? Okay, you may not become Krishna, Baba says, but you will become his companions. Will you not? It is so lovely. Do you know how to become artist or not? Just see it in front of you, that's all. Now, I am an ordinary. Tomorrow of the drama, not tomorrow that is going to come tomorrow, but tomorrow you will definitely are going to become those with a pure body. आज ये है कल वो बनेंगे ऐसा. So Baba is saying, emerge this awareness that today I am in this ordinary body, but tomorrow I will be in the elevated pure body. What do the Pandavas think? It is certain, is it not? Right? Certainty also comes on the basis of faith, right? Nishchit hai. Nishchit means certain. Certain is on basis of faith. So you don't have doubts, do you? I don't know whether I will become this or not. Do you have such doubt? You don't, do you? You are sure. Sure. So Baba is double checking with his children. Are you sure that you are going to become this? Since you are Raj Yogis, you are to become those who have a right to the kingdom. Many times Bab Dada reminds you that the Father has brought a gift for you. Therefore, which gift has he brought? Anytime when the father meets the child, even if it is morning, the father goes to the office and then evening he comes back home. Today only Baba said in the Murli, right? Sakar Murli, that on the way back he will buy some sweets or some tolis, right? So Baba is saying, I have come and I bought some gift for you. Do you know what it is? So therefore, which gift has he brought? The golden world. He has brought the gift of the Sattva-pradhan world. You have faith. The sign of faith is intoxication, spiritual intoxication. Nishchay hai to nasha hai, right? So the sign that you have faith is you will always have spiritual intoxication. That means you will not be dull, or you will not be sad or lonely or upset. Those things, disheartenment, all those are opposites So Baba is saying the sign of faith is spiritual intoxication. The closer you come to your kingdom and the closer you come to the home, the closer you will come to your, you all can see the Murli, but you can sense na, the answer. The closer you will come to the kingdom. And then again and again, there should be the clear awareness of the remembrance of the sweet home and sweet kingdom. So I have to remember home and I have to remember kingdom. The more I come close to kingdom, the more I come close to home, the more I will come closer to the kingdom. So Baba is saying this is the sign of coming close. If you are coming close, basically you will start to see the scenes, right? Just say when you are reaching close to your home, if you are driving back from your office to your home, then you would see, the trees you will recognize, the path you will recognize, the buildings you will recognize, right? Whatever is surrounding you will recognize. And then you'll say, oh, bas aa gaye, pahunch gaye. Bas 2 minute mein pahunchne wale. So you kind of understand, right? So that's what Baba is saying. So if you are remembering the home constantly, if you're remembering, if those scenes emerge in your intellect, right, of the golden age, that means there is closeness now. You're coming close. So this is the sign of coming close. Your home and your kingdom would be so clear in your memory that it is clearly visible to you through the third eye. There should be the experience that today you are here and that tomorrow you will be there. Do you remember how you have completed your part very many times and have returned to your home and your kingdom? That means this is nothing new, right? Baba is saying, do you remember how many times you have done this? Unlimited times, right? Perhaps there is no counting also because it's eternal, right? And so Baba says, do you remember? Do you sense that how much we have kind of reached our goal, how many times? You remember, do you not? Now you have to go again. Do the double foreigners remember clearly, or do you have to pull it? Pull it in the sense, do you have to take a picture in front of you and then remember or then recall, or it emerges naturally? I don't know what it will be or how it will be. Do you have to pull it or is it clear? Yeah, you understand, no? The difference. One is I have to speak about it, churn about it, think about it, and then I say, oh, yes, I was in the golden age. Or is it that naturally the scenes emerge? So do you have to pull it or is it clear? Do you remember? Is it clear in front of you? Do those at the back remember? Do those who are sitting in the gallery remember? Babdada is seeing that there are some sitting outside as well and in different corners of the world. Did you celebrate Holi? You celebrated Holi, did you not? You are already holy, so what Holi will you celebrate? These are the special celebrations of the confluence age. What other Holi would you celebrate? That means I've already chosen the path of purity. I'm already becoming pure. So there is no question of now celebrating Holi, Holy, but Holy also means that being colored by the company of God. So I can constantly celebrate being in his company, right? So Baba is asking, what other Holi would you celebrate? Today, Babdada will see everybody's account. Baba has not forgotten. You have all kept your accounts. Those of you who have kept your accurate account according to the discipline, not just in name only, but accurately, no matter what it's like, but have kept a full account, an honest account, not just for the sake of it, raise your hands. Right? So sometimes when we even write chart, right, sometimes we just write it for the sake of writing it. But sometimes we do it like very sincerely, very honestly. And so Baba is only asking those children to raise their hands who have kept full account, honest account, and accurate account. So Baba is saying, raise your hands high, those who have kept their account, not just written it, but have kept it. A few have kept it. Acha. Those at the back who have kept it, stand up. Those who have kept a proper account, Baba is saying, stand up. Acha. Double foreigners who have kept it can stand up. Acha, congratulations. You may sit down. Acha, those who haven't kept it will not be asked to raise their hand. You would not feel good to raise your hands. But for those who have kept an account, it is clear in front of Bab Dada anyway. Some have kept their account not with the calculation, but as an average. Very few have kept or written an accurate account. You still accepted Baba's directions. This is why Bab Dada has given extra marks in two ways. Baba is giving extra marks. Why? Because to follow Srimad is also a subject. So this is subject of Srimad, for example, he's saying. And so it was my Srimad that you keep the account and you kept, so you get extra marks. You passed in the subject of following Srimad. Those who are in the first number have received 25 extra marks from Bab Dada. I've never heard Baba, talking like this in language of numbers. So I found this really quite interesting in that way that he's saying, I'm going to give you 20. It's like a teacher in the classroom, right? She will say, or he will say that if you do this, then you get 10 points extra. If you do this, you get 5 points extra, like that. So Baba is saying, you follow the Srimad, so you get 25 extra points from Bab Dada and 15 extra points for those who are in the second number. So who are the second number? Who remembers? Unmute and say, or you can text it, put it in the chat. Who are the second number? And who are the first number? Batao?
The first number ones, those who are keeping the accounts, maybe as close to accurate.
Okay. And second number?
Second is who are probably keeping it as an average.
Right. Very good. So first number is those who are keeping the account accurately and not just writing, but really keeping it properly. Their account is accurate, their account is proper, their account is according to the discipline, not just in namesake, right? All of that. And then the second number is those who have just averaged it. So for last 1 week, this was my effort. And so I average and say, okay, for 10 days, I was able to do an hour, 2-hour yoga every day, like that. But it might not be every day, for example. So that's second number. So Bab Dada has given this extra lift from his side. In the final paper, these marks of yours will be accumulated. You will receive help in passing with honors. However, those who haven't kept it, for whatever reason, the reason is carelessness. Nothing else, Baba says. Nevertheless, if you haven't kept your account for whatever reason, then Bab Dada says, if you keep an accurate account for 1 month, even now, then Bab Dada will not apply Srimad. So then your marks will not be cut. That means Baba will consider that as the account of 6 months, perhaps, right? That the children were given. So Baba is saying, I will still give you the marks. Your marks will not be cut. Actually, it's not that he will give extra points, right? But if you are disobedient and if you don't do anything, then perhaps your marks will be cut, right? So minus negative points you won't get. Baba is saying, if you do 1 month, you won't get negative points and you won't get positive points, but you will remain where you are according to your effort. So that's what this means. So he says, if you keep an account, accurate account for 1 month even now, then Bab Dada will not apply Srimad, and so then your marks will not be cut. Do you understand this? Marks will not be cut, but it is definitely necessary to do it. If you don't follow Srimad, then marks are cut. Are they not? So one is I get positive marks because I get to follow the Srimad. I have followed the Srimad, so I get positive points. I don't get anything neutral if I do this 1 month extra effort. And I get negative points if I actually do not do it at all. So there's a difference. Baba says at the end, according to the drama, when you see your account on the TV of your heart, not in any other TV, Babdada will show you on the TV of your heart. At that time, the marks will not be cut if you follow the Srimad. Nevertheless, Babdada has love. He understands that the sanskars of carelessness of many births are very firm, and so it does happen. However, don't be careless now. Otherwise, you will be told afterwards what will happen. Not now, because Babdada saw everyone's result of the present time. So he's not going to tell you now what will be the consequence of being careless even at this time. He says, because Babdada saw everyone's result of the present time. Whether it is the double foreigners, whether it's Bharatvasis, it was seen that all the children at the present time are careless in many new varieties of ways. So there are many varieties of carelessness. In your mind, you think anything goes. You think anything goes. Means anything is okay, like that. This seems to be the special slogan these days in all aspects. Anything goes. This is carelessness. Together with this, there is also a little carelessness in varieties of effort or self-transformation. There is some percentage of laziness. It will happen. We will do it. So Babdada saw carelessness in new varieties. So anything goes means anything is fine. Anything is okay. It is what it is, right? This is also carelessness, no? Drama. To say drama is also carelessness. You can't just say drama and keep making mistakes, right? So these are all different varieties. Maybe you do this as a homework as you're churning throughout the day. What are different forms of carelessness, right, that come as test papers in front of us? So one is that, and the second is big percentage of laziness, that it will happen, we'll do it, we'll definitely make effort, like that. So Baba has seen all of this. This is why keep your account honest with a true heart, not with carelessness. Today it is the last turn of this season. Therefore, Babdada is telling you the result. Should he continue, or should Baba just give you love? This is also an aspect of love, right? To give correction. Correction kisko dete or kaun deta hai? Who gives correction and to whom? If you are close to me, I will give you correction, right? So there is closeness in the relationship, but also there is goodwill or goodwill or best interest for you. And so that's why I will give correction to you, right? So Baba has the best interest in us, in the soul. And so Baba only gives correction out of love. So he says, should Baba give you love? But this is also an aspect of love. Babdada has so much love for the children that he feels all the children should return to their home with Brahma Baba, that they should not come behind him, but should return with him as his companions. So you will have to become equal, will you not? Right? Only equal ones can go together, right? The ones who have difference will go as part of the procession, right? But not really as the bride. So when Baba comes as a bridegroom, you want to go as a bride, right? Not as a procession. So Baba is saying you will have to become equal. You cannot return with him as his companions without becoming equal. Then in your first birth, in your first kingdom, and the first birth is first, is it not? So that means not just first birth. First birth could be anywhere, right? It could be in the copper age also. Some soul could take first birth. It could be in the silver age. But it's not just about first birth. It's also about first step of the golden age. First day, for example. So first kingdom. So that's what Baba is saying. Not that you come in the second kingdom or third kingdom, because in the Golden age also, there will be 8 dynasties, right? Kind of 8 uh, thrones, right? And so it's not that I'm coming in the 4th one or 5th one, right? I come in the first kingdom, first birth. You might come in the 2nd or 3rd birth. You might become a king, but it would still be called 2nd or 3rd, would it not? To go with him and to claim the right to the first birth with Brahma Baba means to become number 1, means to pass with honors. So do you want to pass with honors? Or is it okay to get pass marks? Never think that Bab Dada is not seeing what you are doing or what is happening. So never be careless in this aspect. Kaun dekh raha hai, right? This attitude is also not very helpful attitude, right? Who is watching me? Who is seeing, right? So Baba is saying, I am watching you. I am looking at your chart. I am looking at different aspects. If any of your children were to ask Bab Dada the chart of your heart, he could tell you. However, he does not want to tell you now. Bab Dada sees the chart of every Maharathi, horse rider, ... Right? So every Maharathi, horse rider, and then cavalry, right? The soldiers who are on the foot, they also. So Baba is looking at everyone's chart. Many times Bab Dada feels great compassion, thinking, who are they and what are they doing? Right? Suppose if you know somebody who's child of a big CEO of the company, big company, and he is asking or begging, what will you think, right? He kaun hai aur kya kar rahe hai, right? So sometimes Baba also sees his children and he thinks, he has compassion that who are they and what are they doing? However, Brahma Baba used to say, do you remember what he used to say? Only the bag that contains the molasses knows how sweet the molasses is. Gud jane, gud ki gotri jane. Right? This is what Brahma Baba used to say. That means the children know and Baba know. Right? It's only the two. It's between, anyways, the account is between me and Baba. So Baba knows and I know it. So this is what Brahma Baba used to say. Shri Baba knows and Brahma Baba knows. Bab Dada feels great mercy. However, such children are not able to touch Bab Dada's thoughts of mercy. They are not able to catch them. This is why Bab Dada has said, Baba continues to see the various royal forms of carelessness. Yesterday's Murli, no? Yesterday means for you, day before yesterday, when Baba said that I will help only those who remember me. It does not mean that he's not helping others. He is, but they are unable to catch that help. Whereas if I remember Baba, then his help, I will receive it. I will sense it. I will be touched by it because my line is clear. However, if I'm careless, if my thoughts are somewhere else, then I will not be able to catch Baba's help. So this is what Baba is saying, that they are not able to catch them. This is why Bab Dada has said that Baba continues to see the various royal forms of carelessness. Don't think, but today Baba is going to tell you that he feels a great deal of mercy. Many children say, in the golden age, we won't know who was what. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's do whatever we want to do now. Nobody's going to stop us. Nobody's going to see us. However, Baba says this is a mistake. किसको पता है कौन क्या बनेगा, right? मुझे थोड़ी पता है राखी बहन क्या बनेगी golden age में. मुझे थोड़ी पता है क्या कौन बनेगा. So then it's like, oh, why should I care? Some people actually, even who come for course, they have this question. We won't know, so why should we care about it? But Baba says to think this way is also a sign of misfortune, right? This is also a mistake. Bab Dada is simply not giving names. If he tells the names, then you would be all right tomorrow. Today you are celebrating Dhurya. Dhurya means jis din color lagate actually. Are you not? At the time of Dhurya, they tell each other whatever is happening very clearly. Do you understand what you have to do? Pandavas, did you understand or not? It will do, will it do? However, it will not do, because Babdada receives everyone's report for each day, and Babdada have a conversation with each other. That means whatever is it will do, it will be okay, it will be fine. This language Baba doesn't like, right? Many times he has said this, and we all know this. So Baba is saying, you have to know this, that Baba will see your report. Each day he can see it. Each day he has a conversation with Brahma Baba. Bab Dada is giving a signal once again to all the children that time is moving into its extreme in all ways, in all different ways, right? Whether it's natural calamities, whether it's civil wars, whether it is whatever. Baba is saying time is moving into its extreme in all different ways. Maya is playing her part of extreme. The elements are also playing their part of extreme. At such a time, Brahmin children must pay attention to themselves in an extreme way. Interesting, no? Brahmins also should pay attention to themselves in an extreme way. Extreme way means my food, my habits, my clothes, my way of living, my way of spending, right? बहुत सारी बातें हैं. So extreme way means every aspect should be covered. On the physical plane, at the spiritual plane, at the emotional plane, at the financial plane, right? Every corner of the different ways of living, Baba is saying, extreme way, you should check yourself, have attention. That is, Baba says, attention to mind, words, deeds is needed in extreme, not ordinary effort. Babdada has given a signal that in 66 years, only 6,000 have been prepared. Not even 900,000 have been reached yet. 900,000 is necessary for what?
Satyug.
Satyug, right? So golden age ki at least population create karo na, Baba is saying, which is 900,000. Forget silver age is 33, 100,000, right? 33 करोड़ होगा उसमें, तो उसके लिए तो कितना मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. 66 years and it is still only 600,000. That means 6 lakh ही बने, not even 9. Baba says, therefore, world benefactor souls, when will you bring benefit to the souls of the world? Do you need another 66 years? You don't want another 66 years, do you? Do the double foreigners want this? Do you not want it? Then what will you do? Okay, half, 36 more. Do you want 33 years more? You don't want it. Do you not even want 33 years, Baba is saying? Then what will you do? You will have love for service. Babdada has seen that you have good love for service. You are ever ready for service. You are ever ready for service with love when you get a chance. However, let there be addition in service. Let there be addition in service. Together with words, there should be the service through the mind. So mansa, vacha, karmana, tino ek saath, right? So Baba says, together with words, there should be the service through the mind. Stabilize the soul in the form of one special attainment or another, and then do the service with words. That means I should stabilize myself in the form of Shakti, in the form of love, in whatever is your special attainment, and then do service with words. For instance, you are giving a lecture. You give good lectures in words. However, at that time, in the stage of soul consciousness, stabilize yourself in the form of power, or in the form of peace, or in the form of God's love. So stabilize yourself in one special experience or another, and let there be an impact on the atmosphere, and then give the message in words. Give the message through words and through the mind. With the stage of soul consciousness, give an experience to them. At the time of giving a lecture, from your words, through your forehead, through your eyes, through your face, there should be the visible characteristics of the experience. That today we heard a lecture, but we had a very good experience of God's love. They say as a result of the lecture that you spoke very well, that it was very good, that you said many good things. In the same way, they should speak about the experience of the form of the soul, that the vibrations should reach human souls, that atmosphere should be created. The facilities of science can create an atmosphere of coolness. Air condition is the example, right? Everyone has a feeling that there was a good feeling of coolness. It can also give the experience of warmth. If you turn on heater, it will be warm. In the cold, it can give the experience of warmth, and in the heat, it can give you the experience of coolness. So can your silence not give an atmosphere of the form of love, a form of happiness, or a form of peace? Baba says, research this. They should not just say that it was good, but they should become good. Okay, I think we stop here, no? They should become good, Baba is saying. Yeah, Rakiben? Should I
Yes,
stop?
Murli. Yeah, we can continue on Monday, the rest of the Murli.
Yeah. So there is part of the Murli remaining, which we will do it on Monday. Yeah. Okay, let's take a pause and then perhaps we can share a few points. Om Shanti. Okay. Who feels inspired to share?
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. Very
Om
nice,
Shanti.
Murli. Am I audible, sister?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. There's some network problem here, right? Okay.
Sure. Mhm.
So, Baba says, never do a work with the conscious that, in the sense, दिखावे के लिए, like, oh, he's observing me or he's seeing me, so I'll do more work. Usually that is the tendency, right? When you do service. But you do service with soul consciousness. Just एक बाप के साथ जुड़े रहो. Just be attached to one बाप. And he is the person who is observing you round the clock, 24 hours, right? So be attached to him and be disciplined with him. Be honest with him and have an accurate account to grab the 25 marks in the first number, right?
Yeah, I mean the students who are number one in the class, they're always greedy for more marks, right? They will never let go of the chance. Wherever they can get extra points, they'll definitely do it happen. So yeah.
So Baba will show your marks on the TV of your heart, right?
Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Anyone else? So Baba also talked about the fortune, right? And so even if I remember this, that I have received a huge fortune. And the interesting part is that I will never be able to experience the confluence aged sanskars again in the entire cycle, right? It's only at this time that I can experience being a world benefactor. There is no other time in the cycle when I can experience that. It is only at this time that I can experience being carefree emperor, right? It is never ever again going to happen that I will be a carefree emperor, in the sense that I have so much to do, but still I'm carefree, right? So this is a big fortune that we get to experience so many titles at the confluence age. which we will not be experiencing at any other time. Trilokinath hai, Trikaldarshi hai. So this is Baba's way of sustaining us. This is Baba's way of teaching, giving us directions.
Yes, sister. Om Shanti. Good morning, every brothers and sisters. And today's Murli Baba pointed out the account clarity. So first we have to check the how much clarity we have. Average, yeah, miss, get clear. If it is miss Srimat, we are miss suppose one श्रीमत में हम चल रहे तो हम एक्स्ट्रा 25 मार्क्स बाबा तो देने वाले हैं, लेकिन उससे केयरलेस नहीं होना है। यानी कि हमको सपोज कि मालूम है कि भाई बाबा तो हमको देने वाले, आप तो श्रीमत पे चल रहे हैं, तो 25 मार्क्स तो मिस हमको तो मिलने वाले हैं। तो मिस इन दैट थॉट वी क्रिएट, देन वी become मिस negative marks also there. So negative marks also, where the average we become the average person. First miss clarity plus this Srimad. So miss number one. Om Shanti. That I got this message. Om Shanti, sister. Thank you, sister.
Om Shanti.
Tina, man, what I got from today's Murli was that keeping an account, not to give to Bap Dada, but for our own self. And whether it is accurate, whether it is average, or like how you said, what is written in today's Murli is about not doing anything, maybe your stage will not move ahead. But once you are reflecting on your each move, whether it is your thoughts, your deeds, or what you speak, if it is coming and you are accounting to yourself for that, it is, I would say, आप खुद के ऊपर मेहरबानी कर रहे हो. You are obliging no one else but your own self. Why? Because you are cleansing yourself, you're cleaning up, not to go ahead, not with that agenda of going ahead, but overall cleansing yourself to have that aura show up, that fulfillment, that satisfaction that you would get by having that kind of virtues and values to operate from. That is something that I got for myself. And like Baba said, that in today's times, there are innovative ways of having Maya take over, hijack you. And in the coming days, it may even go higher with the kind of things that are available. But once you are in Ekara Sthiti, stabilized in your own state, how much is it that you can take care not to be deterred or be disturbed by what's happening outside of you? That is what I got from today's movie.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's true. You don't want to do it for anyone else, but also, having the awareness that Baba is looking at me helps us, because then we want to do our best. It's like when
Yes,
your
it
dad
does.
is watching you,
True that.
and in front of your dad, you will do your best, right? So it's like that. When Baba is watching us, you feel, I want to do my best. And I don't want him to have mercy on me. I don't want him to have, sympathy for me. I want him to have pride, knowing that I am his child. So
Absolutely.
that's what I think Baba is trying to say,
Yes,
that
I agree.
create that awareness. Yeah, very nice. Okay. If there's no one else sharing, then shall we end?
Shanti Tina Ben.
Oh, Shanti.
Today Baba speaks about 3 lines of fortune. And the line that touched me today was when Baba says about transforming Karam Bandhan into Karam Sambandh. And that's been my personal experience, that whenever there had been tough times, whether it was personal relationships, whether it was been professional challenging times, only a thought of Baba is there with me had allowed me to move forward And when I was reflecting on this point, is it is when we relate to all those situations and circumstances that comes in front of us as just a space for us to move forward and elevate ourselves further, um, we really move ahead in our journey of being so in consciousness and face everything with a smile on our face. So that experience of moving from a karma bondage, otherwise we come with a question as to why me, मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? But the moment we get that, okay, this is what something I must have done and I need to face this, there is a lot of courage, confidence that comes in. And I've seen that those situations becomes very easy to be managed. So that was one sharing which I wanted to do from today's Murli.
Yeah, yesterday was Thursday and Moinidi was offering Bhog, and the Bhog message said that yes, you're offering Bhog, but what else do you offer to Baba? And of course, Sister Moini said, we have offered our life to you, Baba, right? And so Baba said, yes, but even the thought, every elevated thought that you have, you should offer it to Baba. You should not think, even if it's an elevated thought, don't think it again and again and again, because that is also creating account with the mind. And so the Bhog message said that, whenever the elevated thought comes, give it to Baba, because it is only Baba who can bring accomplishment to that thought. That thought can be accomplished only by him. And so I surrender to Baba, I give it to Baba. I let him do, I let him get involved in my business, So that's how we finish accounts with the world or with people of the world, and we create accounts with God. So it's a good way to kind of, create that kind of detachment, that I don't want to create any account with anybody, at least at this time. And then create with Baba. Do everything for Baba, as service for Baba. Even if you're at your job, your business, whatever. I am here because of service. I am doing this because of service. If you have this awareness, then creating relationships with karma is easier.
Tina, Om Shanti. This is only thing I want to say is, like, I'm being, for the last 5+ weeks since listening to Murli's and plus other things, I'm more mindful now than I was before. Like, so whenever I act or I say or I thoughts or my words, I want to put more in practice rather than just thinking about it. So whenever I go somewhere, I talk to some people, I'm more mindful now than I was before. And that's helping me. So I have a lot less negative thoughts about people or anything. Yeah, of course, there's some, waste thoughts, but there are a lot more positive thoughts coming through too. So, and if I see something to myself, then I want to come and correct it. So this is what I get out of these Murlis more and more every day. Than just one. Om Shanti.
Yes, brother. That is absolutely what Baba's intention is, right? To make us study so that we can have intellect which is divine and mind that is peaceful, less thoughts, fewer thoughts, powerful thoughts. Right?
And Tina Ben, you said something and I could not catch the last part. You said something about good and something. You used some phrase and I don't know what that was. Can you say it again, please?
गुड़ जाने गुड़ की गोत्री जाने, ये कहावत है, सिंधी की कहावत है. गुड़ जाने गुड़ की गोत्री जाने. That means it's the bag of molasses, right? जिसमें गुड़ होता है, उसको पता है कि गुड़ कितना मीठा है.
No, that I understand that, but I could not understand the second part. That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. Yeah. Okay.
Om Shanti, sister, I would also like to add, Baba is also actually, I'm noticing in the last so many Murlis, actually giving us so many hints that while we are transforming ourselves, we have to also help indirectly or directly in transforming people around us. Because again, in today's Murli, he says, when you're giving a lecture or you're talking to someone, it's not just the good words. You should speak in such a way that from soul consciousness that you become the center of power and peace and love. And those vibrations are such that the person is not just listening to your words, but experiencing Baba through that. So I don't know, I'm always getting this message that through different murlis, somewhere one para will always lead to that also. So I think we have to also keep, at least for me, every time I pick it up, that keep transforming yourself, but keep also transforming others. Keep relaying Baba's message. Because that number which you said in the Murli, 66 years and only that many thousand. I mean, I think we have to give back to the world also. We have to really help others transform. This is the message I keep getting in every Murli. Om Shanti.
Right. It's true, no? Unless you give, you cannot receive. ऐसा ही है ना, law of attraction also. Unless you have the feeling that you have enough, you can give. Even if you don't have enough, you need a generous heart. You need a heart that can give. And if you give, then automatically you receive more. Right? So,
Om Shanti, sister. Very small addition to this. I totally agree with Sister Harpreet, what she said. It's a vibration that we carry and we should circulate. So on the Diwali day, I was in Baba's room, Madhuban, Panda Bhavan, and this class was on, and quietly I was so tempted. Everyone should receive Baba's direct vibrations. So I switched on the Baba's camera also. I don't know anyone could see or what. So everyone, each one of you were immersed that day on auspicious day of Deepavali, early in the morning in Panda Bhavan. That was my sincerest feel. Everyone should feel that Madhubani Nasha and Madhubali vibration. So I did that and Baba made me instrument. I wanted to share it. Thank you.
thank you. We should say thank you to you, right? Okay.
Tina, can you take up the meditation now, please?
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's all of us sit straight and let's allow ourselves to withdraw from these physical senses. Gently turn your mind, your attention, your focus inwards. And as you look in the center of the forehead, see that sparkle of spirituality, the light of purity that is shining in the center of the forehead. I am this sparkling light, this beautiful, radiant, powerful being in the center of the forehead. And the more I shine my light, the more I spread the vibrations into the atmosphere through these lines of fortune that I have received. It is Baba's sustenance, Baba's love, Baba's teachings, and Baba's blessings that are allowing me to ascend. And so emerge this consciousness of being a very special child, very special student, and a very special disciple of the Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher, and Supreme Sadguru, and reach the Supreme Abode in a second. Instantly find yourself in the company of the holiest of holy. And in this complete silence and stillness, I am attracted and attached to Baba. The soul is connected to the Supreme Soul. And naturally, I begin to draw upon Baba's light and might into the self. I increase my capacity. I increase my ability and my worthiness so I can understand his Srimad. Let faith be instilled. The foundation of purity is strong in his company. I am certain that victory is my birthright. I am the one who is Satopradhan in its original form. With this blessing, gently allow yourself to return back to the physical plane. And know that whatever actions I will perform, I will play the part, paying special attention to my thoughts, words, and deeds, so that they all are aligned. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Tina Ben. Thank you, all of you. See you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Have
Om
a
Om
peaceful
Shanti.
day.
Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Everyone.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you, sister.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.